4 investigates, uncovering scams and ripoffs, questioning government waste, watching out for you. Now, News 4's Chris Negus.
Do I have to go through security again? Or?
No, we don't have TSA.
Imagine showing up at the airport and getting on a plane without ever going through security. That is the reality at some small airports and for some passengers landing here at Lambert. The TSA justifies it, saying it's all about risk, but we noticed some things that just don't add up, and at least one airport director agrees.
When you board this tiny plane operated by Air Choice One, you go through normal security just like any other flight when you leave Lambert.
Welcome to Jonesboro. Hope you enjoyed the flight.
But when you arrive in tiny Jonesboro, Arkansas, the rules change. Passengers bound for Lambert simply show up and get on the plane. Just like our producer who purchased his ticket online for $35, which means this is technically a commercial flight open to anyone.
Do I have to go through security again? Or?
No, we don't have
TSA. Oh. Well, that makes things faster.
Jonesboro isn't the only small airport without TSA, police, or any form of security. In Hot Springs, Arkansas, their airport boards 3,000 passengers a year, and none of them go through security. The airport's director doesn't like that.
It's always been my concern that the smaller airports would be a prime target.
George Downey says his airport and others like his had TSA agents after the September 11th terror attacks, but that changed in 2009 when bigger 19-passenger planes were replaced by smaller 9-passenger planes, something the TSA calls air taxis. Those same air taxis fly back and forth between St. Louis and Decatur, Illinois.
For those of you traveling out on Air Choice One.
But that airport has TSA agents. On a recent January afternoon, we saw 4 of them, even when there was only 1 passenger boarding the plane.
We have to have that security, especially when you look at what's been happening globally in the last few weeks.
Congressman Rodney Davis represents Decatur. He's also a member of the Aviation Subcommittee. When I told him airports just like Decatur with the same types of planes don't have security, he was surprised.
I go through Decatur, and we go through TSA security. I'm not aware of any airport that provides EAS service that doesn't have security when it comes to passengers.
Our investigation revealed no security at airports stretching from Puerto Rico to Hawaii. At least 13 of them have small passenger planes, but no TSA. Once passengers arrive at Lambert, they board a van, and if they plan to connect to another destination, they must go through screening. But it's not until they arrive at the bigger airport. Until that point, bags aren't screened, passengers don't go through a metal detector. More than a potential terrorist threat, George Downey is worried about something else.
It's unstable people. I've been personally involved in having several people detained because of their mental stability.
Downey says at his airport, individuals without tickets have tried to board the planes, which have no cockpit door. The carrier that operates out of Hot Springs, just like Jonesboro and Decatur, receives federal subsidies because the routes aren't profitable. Taxpayers spend $261 million a year to operate those flights nationally, but in at least 13 cases, there's no money spent to keep the passengers and crew safe. And as our investigation reveals, there's no rhyme or reason as to why some small airports served by small planes, like Decatur, get TSA, and other ones, like Jonesboro, get nothing.
The TSA says it's not possible to eliminate all risk. It's about managing and mitigating risk, and that many of these small airports that still have TSA had bigger planes at one point. Lawmakers have promised to check it out. We're going to follow up. Chris Negus, News 4.